Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Alex. I make videos about birds and I document my birding adventures. If you're not new here and you haven't seen me for a while, for that I apologize. This is my first video in quite some time. I recorded this video back in May, but at the time of recording this intro, it's almost July. I've been quite busy the last few months. I finished grad school with my master's degree, and I got a job at a company that I absolutely love, and I think I'll be here for a long time. So there's been some rearranging in my life. I still am going birding all the time, just making videos, recording the videos, editing the photos, thousands of photos. It takes a long time. So I appreciate your patience. I'm really excited about this video. It's my first one from spring 2024, and I traveled to a place where I've never been to search for a lifer, of course. So let's go. Well, good morning and welcome to the Brookfield Marsh. I've just arrived. It's like 20 after 7. It's a beautiful morning, cold, but absolutely beautiful. It is going to warm up to like 21 degrees today, but it's probably 4 or 5 degrees now. Little to no wind. This is a beautiful spot. The drive here was absolutely gorgeous. I'm a bit late. It was almost an hour and 45 minutes, but I'm excited to get going and look for a lifer. Let's go. Start my eBird checklist. There's some goslings and right here. Oh, there's like 4 or 5 goslings. I'll zoom out and get the reflection. Yeah, 4. Cool. Swamp sparrow. Morning. Lots of red-winged blackbirds, as expected. I think I might see what I'm looking for. Yeah, there it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but that's it. That's what I came here for, and it's a lifer. Let's go. We'll get some better shots of it up here, I'm sure. There's a tree swallow or two, also expected. I am shooting this morning on the lens that I've had forever, the Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter super telephoto lens. However, today's exciting because this is the first video I've made with my new camera. It looks a lot like my old one, but I've actually picked up an R7, so I've finally converted to mirrorless, and it's been pretty cool. And there's some baby ducks. This is the first time I've seen baby ducks. I've seen baby geese back home in Kentville, as well as this morning here. Oh, that looks sick. Beauty. Another red-winged blackbird, another tree swallow, a female red-winged blackbird. Oh yeah. What a sick spot. I've never been here before. Is this him right here? The light from this side's not bad, or not too good rather. I mean, it looks cool, it's just hard to tell what I'm looking at. Just turn it up. With this camera I get eye tracking, so for this situation it's great. I found that my old DSLR would focus on the back of the bird, not the head. Whereas this camera can focus on the eye, or at least the head of the bird. Hoping when I do some editing, these look a lot better. But yes, that is in fact a canvasback, and that is LIFER. Unreal. Put my bag down so I can rest my camera on it. Get a little lower here. Turn down the exposure compensation that I cranked just to see it. Oh yeah, that looks sweet. See, this camera is really good because it even does the eye focus, eye tracking in video mode, so it really helps me get some video shots. Check this out. It's always lucky when I drive really far and I get the bird I'm looking for, and I get it in like the first 5 minutes that I was here. It makes the rest of the day go by a lot smoother, I think. This actually happened recently. I didn't make a video about it, I wish I did, but I was in a rush to get it done. I actually got to photograph a hooded warbler, which was a LIFER as well, which I was super stoked about. That was a few weeks ago. Similar situations, it was reported on eBird for a couple days, and then I took a drive down to where it was, and I was really lucky to find it right when I stepped out of my car. But this one's really cool, canvasback. Never seen that duck until today. Well, even though I've seen it, I've obviously haven't explored this place yet, so I am going to do another walk around, or keep walking around rather. There has been another bird reported here. I'm not going to get too excited because I don't think it's still here. It was a few days ago, but I am going to have another look around. We might find another, not a LIFER, but first of the year, and probably the only one of the year if I can get it. So let's go. Song sparrow. So this is like a second pond that I've taken a bridge over to. So there really is a lot of space in here. I'm very lucky to have found the canvasback so quickly. There's a robin. I haven't seen any warblers, but they're definitely back. I think I hear one. Probably some yellow warblers here, no doubt. There's a couple of robins in that tree up ahead. I've made it to the other side of the second pond over here. Someone's not too happy about me being here. Haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. Just lots of finches, lots of robins, lots of geese, a few ducks, mallards. some song sparrows. This R7, it's been absolutely great for flight shots, for eye tracking, for certain situations, but it does, I find, struggle when it's trying to focus on a small bird in a tree, particularly if there's a lot of branches, which, I mean, every camera does, but even more so than my old DSLR. I find I have to manually focus close, and then I can use the eye tracking or the focusing. Let me know in the comments if any of you shoot on an R7 and you have either issues or you find the autofocus to be absolutely snappy. Keep in mind, I'm using a DSLR lens on a mirrorless camera, and I know that that has some implications as well. But let me know if you shoot it with this camera. I've met a few people that have, and a lot of them support the idea that getting an RF lens will reduce a lot of the problems. Just having a look here. So the autofocus snapped right to that bird, the eye tracking. So that's only 1/1000th of a shutter speed. I would have gone faster if I sort of was ready for a flight shot, but even that was probably more in focus than my old camera would have been. Oh my God. I just stopped and heard what I'm looking for, and I know it's right here somewhere. No way. Oh, I see it. See that? No way. That is an American bittern. Trying to manually focus there, that might be better. He blends in so well with the tall grass. If I didn't hear his sort of gluggy call, oh wow, that would have been great. The goose just gave me the best pose ever and I wasn't paying attention. Oops. Oh yes! I can't believe this one's here. The American bittern's been reported a few times, but not for the last few days, whereas the canvasback has been reported literally every day on eBird for like the past 2 weeks. I was pretty confident that I'd get that one, but the bittern was only reported once or twice and not in the last few days, so I'll have to put this on eBird and Discord right away. Lots of people want to come see this one. Let's go. I've never seen them in Nova Scotia, that's why I'm so excited. I've only ever seen American bittern 2 or 3 times in the exact same spot, actually, same location anyway, in Ontario, which actually, it's a good time to mention, I'm going back to Ontario for work in 2 weeks. But I'm going to bring my camera gear, of course. I'm going to stay a few extra days and go and revisit some of my old spots where I started doing bird photography, so it's going to be pretty awesome. I'll take you along for the ride. Subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss those. I have made some videos in Ontario before, some of my earliest videos, definitely before I had a mirrorless camera, but I love birding in Simcoe County, Ontario, because that's where I started, so stay tuned for that in a few weeks. He just did the call again. Glug, glug. It's one of the weirdest calls ever. Oops, didn't mean to take that. I'm zooming in. Here he is again. He's gone a little further into the reeds. I'm gonna take one zoomed out. So like I could see him perfectly fine in that photo, but it'd be pretty hard to tell if you didn't already know he was there. And then I'll zoom in. Right there, he's in focus, I believe. Cool. I am shooting in electronic shutter mode. There's some issues with that with rolling shutter, but not when a subject is sitting still like this, and I like the quietness of the shutter. I've gotten quite used to it. At first I didn't really like it. I can switch it to something called electronic first person shutter, which I'll show you what that does. Then it sounds more like my typical videos. where I take the shot and it does like a shutter sound like that. He's sitting perfectly still right there. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna keep walking. In that situation, the monopod that I use comes in handy for trying to hold the camera steady, which is hard to do with a telephoto lens. I just use an Amazon brand monopod. I love this thing. They're not expensive, and I actually have some affiliate codes in my video description, including the monopod. So if you're looking to pick up one, I definitely recommend it. It helps me out if you buy the product. It doesn't cost you anything more, but it helps me out because Amazon just let me know. They're like, hey, you haven't sold enough stuff, so we're gonna cancel your affiliate program account in the next 90 days. So I gotta get selling stuff. I shouldn't have signed up in the middle of winter when I was too busy to make videos, but you win some, you lose some. I hear a common yellowthroat somewhere in this open area. It's the first one of the year for me. There's a yellow rump warbler. Love those birds. They were the first warblers to come back to the Miners Marsh. I got a really good photo right here a couple weeks ago. All right, so I'm back at the first pond. This is where I saw the canvasback. Is that him over there? No, it's a mallard. I'm gonna do a loop around this pond, and then that'll be it. I'm already super stoked about seeing the one I really wanted, and then the bonus American bittern was great. Super lucky. Nice tree swallow. I see those all the time in Kentville. It's a Savannah sparrow. Well, that was interesting. The train was so loud, sorry for that. Interesting vibe here. It's like a beautiful, peaceful pond with some amazing birds, sort of right next to the highway, just over there. You probably can't see it, but it's literally right off the highway that I drove to get here. And then it's obviously right next to an active train route. They don't have trains in my part of Nova Scotia. Anywhere past Halifax, there's no more trains, but there is train service from Halifax to the rest of the country. And where I am here today in Colchester County is on the train line, quite obviously. So something I sort of haven't heard for a long time was a rumbling train. I used to hear them all the time when I lived out west, but haven't heard them since I've been back home in Nova Scotia. Just looking, there's one swallow that looks different, I think. Those are all tree swallows, the white under and the blue on top, but there was one that looked slightly different. I'm wondering what it is. I actually don't see it anymore. May as well try to take a shot. Never hurts to try. Use the eye tracking. See, that's way better than my old camera would have done. And they're pretty fast, they're hard to get. Oh, that's a female red-winged blackbird, not a swallow. Well, I've just been watching for some swallows, but right here by the cars, I've made it all the way around the Brookfield Marsh. Been here for about an hour and 20 minutes, but at least 20 of that was talking to one guy, and about 10 minutes was talking to someone else. So great morning of birding. That's the end of this video. If you did enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel. Give it a like if you don't mind. It really helps me out and helps the algorithm on YouTube. What a crazy day though. Got to see a super lifer canvasback, one I've never seen before ever, and a first of the year and a first in Nova Scotia in the American Bitterns. So I couldn't be happier. Definitely a success. They'll make the long drive home a bit easier. Gas prices are pretty expensive right now, so you know, I'm glad I got what I was looking for. Till the next one, thanks for watching. Take care.